Welcome back to another Twist Shaman. I've moved on from my Halaziel, and I've, this has gone through a lot of changes. Most recent of which I just put in these guys because this was always such an amazing card when it came out, and it's very important just to for the early game in general, even if you can't do the damage that you want. I've kind of decided to change it because I literally got the hero, and if you look at the yeah, I mean that is amazing, right? Um, I mean that's like you get basically a bunch of cards. So basically, I can always make sure that I'm going to get Leroy and the actual Windlord out of here. Um, this is always quite good as well. You can even use, and think about like, I haven't done it yet, but if I can get Doomhammer, I mean, what's the most you could do? You could do Doomhammer with double on it. Well, you couldn't actually do it, but if you had the coin, you could, right? You could do Doomhammer, and then I'll go to 5, then to 8, and then hero power. Right, so that'd be 11. Is it? Yeah, 5, 7, 9, 11. So yeah, you could do it. And then you would get what? What would it be? 5, 8, 10. You'd be 20 damage with the weapon. Yeah. So that would be really good, but I think one of the things that I remembered from previously playing is that the overload minions were always a little bit stronger. Like the 3/4 was sort of like a 3 mana, like a good 3 mana. A card would be a 3/4 in the past, and I mean 7/7 is just it's significantly better, right? It's significantly better than anything you can get at that level, and that's useful. And of course, to get through taunt, you've got your devolves and reincarnate as well. I put that in just because I saw so many opportunities for it. One opportunity is if there's somehow there's some buffed taunt minion, you can destroy it. You can also use it on Sylvanas and both Leroy to give you that additional, charge damage. And of course, there's always going to be reincarnate on this. If you need to get an extra, it'd be basically an extra 6 damage on that. Well, could you do more? Not really. Again, you would probably need coin for stuff like that, just because you do have 1 mana spare. But yeah, Farsight is always good. I don't know. The thing is, like this, I literally just got it, so it's like I don't know. I was looking basically at what minions would be good. Like I think I did at some point put in like the whole range, but it's kind of like it's not really worth it. But if you just think that how much better this hero power is than summoning Totem, it's like a lot better than that. +2 attack and Wind Fury for 2 mana the whole time. It's like it's basically like having that constant. What was the name of that card actually? I can't remember. There was a card that basically it was like a 4/5 for 5 that gave you 2+2 and Wind Fury, but it's constant. It's literally a hero power. I mean, what hero power is anywhere close to that? None is the answer. So and you get draw and like the draw cards is good, but it's like even if you only get just Leroy, which is normally what happens, or you might have already played these things. It's like it's not really about that. I think they purposely like made the battle cry like kind of not that useful. I did have taunt. I had like Dirty Rat in there, but it's like yeah, you could do that, and you could try and get the devolve on Cthulhu and or on some of the other ones. But the thing is, they're quite strong minions. A lot of the I mean, it would be potentially useful on Aya Blackpool, but it's not really worth it because of the pace of the game. So that was why I sort of like just thought, you know what, forget about taunt, make it more. You have to at a certain point, you have to say, you have to sort of think about the length of the game. These cards, not guards. These cards are kind of that's like a sort of tech card. You can't get, like the evolve package is maybe one thing that is a little bit I mean, I've always felt that you should do evolve because the point is like on this or on this, you know, you can imagine this is like a 7-1. You could turn it into a 5. Or this is pretty useful with that the 5 totem card, right? I think the 5 totem is the 5 totem card. I think that may actually be. If I just check, maybe a card I don't have. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so this is actually pretty. This would actually fit in. If I had it, I'd probably put it in because I chose it from Finest Keepers a few times and did an evolve on it, and that's very similar to people used to do with Doppelgangster, of course. So, but a little bit cheaper as well. It's not quite as strong, but it's pretty useful because that is basically you basically do have to extract. Really, the reason you've got these powerful cards is because you don't really have the early game presence. So you kind of have to, you know, same with this, you know. But yeah, a really fun deck to play. You won't always get to use this. This is just a useful card draw. I like to keep the card draw, you know, flowing in a lot of the decks I have because it's useful, especially when the game goes quite quickly. Thanks for watching.